Did did the Stardew Valley update go live? They had like some 1.7 update.
Aiden update went live, but I don't know if they fixed it. But speaking of live, we're also live right now. What's up, everyone?
What?
Andre, Tom, and Nick here for the Indie World Showcase. Is it actually called a showcase this time, or just Indie World? I think
just no. It is Indie World Showcase.
it is Indie World Showcase. Okay, yeah. So it starts in half an hour. Yeah, I don't know what we're expecting or what we're gonna see here. Tom, I know you were just talking about what we're not gonna see. Probably.
Oh, I saw everyone in the Nintendo chat going on about Deltarune. Like that feels early to me. I feel like we gotta wait till at least June for like a Chapter 5 update. But hey, maybe I'm wrong.
When did Chapter 4 come out?
Chapter 4 came out Switch 2 launch.
With the Switch 2?
Yeah, Switch 2 launch.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's coming up on a year pretty soon. And speaking of which, it's also the Switch's 1-year anniversary today. Or sorry, 9-year anniversary. And we're getting which is fitting, I guess, because we're getting more Switch indie games released today too. So will we make it to the 10th? Will we get new indie games next year for Switch?
That would be awesome if they do you think they actually plan that or no?
I think they don't plan that, but I think rising memory prices means it will happen with
That's
less
a good point.
Switch 2s.
Yeah, you might be right there.
I'm sorry, but
yeah, I think the Switch will keep getting like indies at least for years to come. So I guess the main question is, will Nintendo keep promoting them? But I think as you're kind of saying, Tom, I think they have no reason not to, especially because indie games in most cases or many cases don't need the power of the Switch 2, and it makes no sense to like cut off a giant market base, or consumer base when if you don't have to, right? So
yeah. It's like PlayStation 4 being around when PlayStation 5 was there. It's like it was still lingering. They were still making games for it. They just didn't call it out as much.
Yeah, exactly. So are you guys excited? Are you hyped for what we could be seeing here?
Tom?
So
hyped.
Only 15 minutes, but last year was only 15 minutes. You can fit a lot of games in that sizzle reel at the end, like UFO 50. I guess UFO 50 last year counted as like the one more big thing, but I really hope there is like a true like trailer for one more big thing this year.
UFO 51.
I'm hoping that we either see orbitals, but they showed that at the last partner.
Yeah, we just got that not too long ago.
Partner.
But we don't actually have a release date for that yet. I think it just said summer 2026. And then Bradley the Badger. I know it's so very early, but I'm hoping that also seems more like a partner versus an indie world.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think if you have the budget for a Game Awards slot, you're not an indie. You're not an indie game.
Full on direct there.
Or Indie World material, I should say. Excuse me, Jackson.
Do you guys remember? Did we see Cadence of Hyrule at a partner or indie showcase?
Probably indie. But speaking of that, Andre has something to say.
I had a super chat from Jackson Dennis. Thank you, Jackson. Says, "Hey GX crew, what indie/Nintendo crossover would you like to see a la Cadence of Hyrule?" Oh man, that's a great
Perfect
one.
timing.
Is it? You got an idea, Tom?
No, but like Nick talking about it and here. So I think it was. I think it was at an indie showcase, but it's been so long ago. I do think the time has passed for them right now. I think we won't see that again till we get to like a. I don't want to say it this way, but it's like a desperate Nintendo point or a point where they're like, you know what I mean?
When I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because
on games.
It was early on during the Switch when that came out, right? Was it like 2018?
It was, I think around there. So they clearly had been planning it before the Switch was like a huge success, right? And
so, but hear me out. Dream crossover is just Yacht Club. They need that money. Nintendo, knock, knock, knock.
Yeah. Zelda
2-2. I don't know, like a new take on it. Not a remaster. I want like one set in the Zelda 2 universe and like building on that. That's my dream one. It's been, I think, thought of that for a long time. What about you guys?
That's a good one.
Andre, do you have one off the top of your head? Or
I've had one. Oh yeah, actually no, I have. Yeah, I do. Hyrule Valley. I want Stardew Valley with Hyrule with Zelda. You can add, you fund your quests to go out into the world and like save your farm at night or whatever, right? Or save the world at night, while also having to guard your farm and plant, deal with crops during the day. And you can
That's like an indie game called, I think it's like Vault Hunter. It might be, where you go into dungeons during the day and then you have a shop at night.
Right.
And you have to sell everything that you collect from the dungeons in the shop. Yeah, I would love that in a 3D style for Zelda.
Oh, I was actually thinking top down, but 3D could work too.
I want top down.
Yeah.
Sword style.
Yeah, I was just thinking of give me that Four Swords art style again. It was Tom. Tom and I were playing that, I think probably a couple years ago now, and like I was blown away about how good that game looks. I'm like, damn, why does this game look better now than it did when it came out?
Yeah.
I think I was so tired of like
the GameCube version.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that one was amazing. So good. Any other
says Moonlighter. That's what it is. That's the game I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's a good game.
I'm about to give it a try now. So.
No, but the thing is though, like when you see Pokopia being just like, well, we can do Minecraft and other things. Like they might just build it themselves, but I'd be all for getting that crossover. That just screams instant success to me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, out of all the companies that I think Nintendo would trust, like Yacht Club is definitely one of them.
It would, yeah.
I think can handle a Nintendo IP. I'm trying to think of other people that they would trust with it. It's hard to think about without thinking of like, I guess, direct like rip-offs of Nintendo games. I don't even want to say rip-offs, but games that are inspired
by, yeah.
Because I think more so like in like the Sega realm with Sonic, because Sonic, there's so many fan games, and I wish that Sega would hire more of the fans to actually make the games, like when they did for Sonic Mania, because that turned out amazing. But after that, they're just like, okay, we're just gonna do everything. I think it feels like in-house again, because they came out with like a Sonic kart racing game, like made by fans, and I haven't played it yet, but the visuals, the music, the gameplay, it looks outstanding. I wish it was official.
You reminded me. I also have to play that still. I feel bad.
Well,
I think it came out like a year or two ago.
Yeah, Tom, what's your excuse? Not like you moved to Japan or anything.
I know.
You could have played on the flight.
Yeah, so good point.
I didn't know about it before the flight. Darn it.
Jackson says Fast Racing RX and F-Zero. Or it makes a lot of sense. That developer. What was I gonna say? There was another one I was gonna bring up, but I can't remember now. Anyways,
maybe like Toby Fox with Earthbound, but I think they have a good relationship, Toby Fox with Nintendo, but I don't know. There's probably
Jackson said that to say, or unless you saw the comment first, but I think it came in after you said that.
Yeah, I think it was like at the exact same time.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That would be pretty amazing, but I think that would have to be after Deltarune. I think Deltarune would stretch him out. Crossover Dreamer asked, "What are our favorite genre of indie games?" I guess for me, I do love a Metroidvania type indie game. I love arcadey style indie games. Those are probably the ones I like the most. Ones that are pick up and play, but you can get lost in them. Like you think you only have to play it for like a couple minutes, but you'll be playing it for hours.
Yeah, Tom, I love Guacamelee. It might be my favorite Metroidvania game like ever. Even over my favorite Metroid game is Dread. But Guacamelee is the art style, the gameplay. I love how short it is too. It takes maybe like 4 to 5 hours to beat. So I like those kind of weekend games that just don't take a chunk of your time. But like you said, arcadey games like Balatro or Vampire Survivor, something that I can sit down. You can play for a few minutes and definitely get like your time's worth out of it. And then you can spend like hundreds of hours in both of those games.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them I worry about. It's like, oh, I can see how this is so addictive when I'm playing it. I gotta stop. Like I see that Mega Bonk. I'm like, no. Andre, how about you?
Well, real quick, I do have to address this comment by Jackson, who asked, "Is Dead by Daylight indie?" No, probably not. But I wish Ridley would be in it. Yes, that'd be amazing. And I think I think they actually maybe consider it indie. I actually don't know.
I think so too. Right? Like, they don't have a major publisher, do they?
I don't think they do, but also like at that size, like they still have like over 1,000 employees. Like I feel like at some point you cross the threshold into what people think an indie game is. I think they're past that threshold because like is Acclaim or like is like EA indie because they're their own publisher?
No, they're owned by Saudi Arabia now. But
that's true. You're right.
id Software for the longest time before Bethesda bought them. They were like essentially an indie self-published studio.
Yeah.
So creators of
From says
Doom.
here in chat, does Expedition 33 still count as indie? That's the
See,
thing.
that's like yeah.
I've heard the budget for that game was around what, like $10 million. So there has to be a line that you have to draw at some point, right? And they have all veterans from that were a lot of people that were at Ubisoft, so they have years of experience. Same thing like with Bradley the Badger, like they have guys that've been working, I think, at Rare for like a few decades, and then went to do, I guess, Ubisoft again with what's his name, with Mario and Rabbids, and then left there to do Bradley the Badger. So like there definitely is maybe what the double A area that people used to call that used to be
Yeah.
I think a thing a lot longer during maybe like the PS2 and PS3 era, and then that kind of fizzled out when indies became a lot more bigger. So there definitely is a line that kind of blurs everything.
You know, you kind.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, go ahead, Tom.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't know. Grant Kirkhope, he's only been writing music for 2 or 3 decades.
Yeah. They picked up that no name Grant Kirkhope. You know, an up and comer. I'm excited for that game though. That'll be fun. It looked. I mean, it's the thing I was most excited for seeing at the Game Awards. So,
Me too.
I was gonna say this whole indie thing reminded me of the fact that with Kirby Air Riders recently coming out or having come out, I did feel a little bit bad because I believe there were 2 other indie games inspired by Kirby Air Ride that have been in development for years. I haven't checked in for updates on what they're up to since then, but like. I feel like that's got to be tough regardless, you know, because like the interest is going to wane now for new Kirby Air Ride, and I feel like that'd be just demoralizing a bit if you're working on like a game that exists largely because there's no sequel to it, and here's a sequel now, you know.
Yeah.
The game still looks interesting compared to Kirby Air Riders, because the one I think you might be talking, at least I know of one that's being made right now. It might be like Star Child or Star something. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a mixture of like the Chow Garden from Sonic Adventure and Kirby Air Riders. Like you raise these creatures up, and then they become your warp stars, which is awesome. Which is completely different from Kirby Air Riders. But the gameplay and the loop is like Kirby Air Riders, where I think there's like a city trial and you're competing against other people, and again, like you're training your rides, your vehicles as like little creatures.
Right. Yeah, that does sound different. So maybe that'll be enough. Johnny asked Tom, "Do you think we're getting something for Mario Day?"
I say yes, but it'll be not too big.
Not too big.
I don't think we'll get something huge from Mario. Well, wait, Mario Day. We will with the movie coming out.
Yeah.
Possibly like just more movie teasers. I think it's too early for any kind of game stuff. So yeah, probably the movie and maybe some DLC or something like that, or like some neat add-ons. That's what I'm thinking.
We did see Chris Pratt did tease yesterday that they were filming promo material stuff for the Mario movie, so that could be related to that upcoming direct, or it could be unrelated. Possible upcoming direct. I'm thinking there could be a Mario Day direct, largely focused on the Mario movie, if not entirely focused on it, where we get the final trailer. But I think there should be one more trailer coming, and that could be where they drop it. So. That'd be exciting, but I think is that next Tuesday, a week from now? It is, yeah, next Tuesday. So
yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankinator says Mario 4, do you like the Mario 99 game? The Mario 35 game, you mean? But yes, that would be cool too. So Tom, do you think we're gonna get Mina the Hollower? You do have on the thumbnail, I think you did. So
thumbnail. It's possible, but Yacht Club are perfectionists, and so much is riding on this. I think, considering it's going to come out October 31st, they're not going to like rush it for this, but they had it in the PlayStation showcase recently, so they'll still be reaching out. I think if they did have it here before a release date,
I was thinking that could this be the release date time?
It might be. It could be good, unless they're just like, we need a bit more time. We're going to wait until June. Like,
what if they shadow drop
possible? That would be surprising.
Yeah, I don't think there's a chance.
I think you never know. You never know. But
that would be crazy. There's just too many games to play right now. Scott Pilgrim just came out today. Pocopia comes out this week. I just started Resident Evil two nights ago, and it's amazing.
Yeah, how far into it are you without spoiling anything?
I think I'm at the halfway point. I just got to a major part. I'm trying to explain it without spoiling it.
Yeah, it's okay. I think I know where you may be.
Yeah,
good.
It feels like a halfway point part of the game.
Are you gonna play it, Tom? The new Resident Evil?
Yeah, I will eventually. I was I saw it and it's like there it is. Then I was on the fence because Resident Evil 4 remake was half off or something, or like very cheap. I'm like, oh, and then I got torn and I didn't buy either of them.
Oh no, choice paralysis strikes again.
Don't buy.
Honestly, I still have to play Silent Hill F first. I did buy that. So after Silent Hill F, I will move on to Requiem.
Oh man, nice. I have not played Silent Hill F, so let's see.
Yeah, I'm going backwards when it comes to Resident Evil. I started with 7, 8, 9, and this is my first time ever playing a Leon game.
7, 8, 9 is not going backwards. That's very still forward progress.
I'm going forwards, but I think after 9, I'm gonna go backwards to like 4 or 2 because Leon's he's a blast to play, and I love his cheesy one-liners.
I forget you haven't played 4 before, right?
I started with 7.
Oh my god,
8, and 9,
you're gonna love 4 then. Jesus, it's all Leon all the time. Even better one-liners, especially if you're playing the original game. Like his one-liners are unmatched in that one. So it's
yeah, Nick. I'll tell you, with Resident Evil 4, I think I was sick at the time, and I was playing it a bunch, and then I was like, they set it up in a way so every chapter kind of ends at a cliffhanger point, and it's like it almost resolves in the middle of the chapter, so you keep playing, and then it's a cliffhanger again. And I was just like, just one more chapter, just one more chapter, just one more chapter. And I played like till 4 in the morning, like it was like 8 hours, and I just finished it.
That's awesome.
Do you know? I assume he plays like he does in the older games compared to the newer games.
Wait,
like
sorry.
He has like kicks and
he's got his kicks and stuff.
Yeah, that's where it started. Okay. Like the combat style of the new one you're playing is basically all derived from 4. So there's some changes, of course, but it's basically 4 is where it all got started, basically there. So
yeah, but honestly, I played Resident Evil, the first remake, on GameCube, and that was super hard to get into. I had to rely on my friend who had played it on PlayStation. And I've played a bunch of Code Veronica, and those are both very hard. It wasn't until Resident Evil 4 that I got into the series.
Yeah, same here, actually.
Yeah.
I think I'd rented like Resident Evil 2 on the 64 or something. And I cannot get into the preset camera angles.
Now, to turn this all around, speaking of Resident Evil, there was an indie studio that made sort of a kind of spiritual knockoff game, Crow Country. They might be here with Tangle Tower 2. Tangle Tower 2 is
already.
They're the guys who made Snipper Clips, and their game I think is going to be coming out this summer. So maybe we'll get a look at that.
God, it feels like Crow Country just came out though, but was that like 2 years ago already or something?
2 years ago, yeah. And they were already making Tangle Tower at the same time. So, and there's like 2 of them.
That's crazy. Well, damn, good for them. Well, we'll see. Yeah, that could maybe then. That sounds like that has a chance of being here. Any other big ones that like we haven't touched on that you think could be here, or surprise ones that might pop up?
Big ones. I think we will see we'll see 2 big ports.
2 big ports.
Tom, do you have ideas?
Okay, so I would say Peak is highly likely because Landfall was in it before, and Landfall and Aggro Crab both made Peak. They both have a good relationship with Nintendo. It's like either now or June, or like whenever they want, Peak will eventually be on the system. And
that'd be Peak.
Yeah, so that's one I think. Nick, how about you?
Well, one just came to mind, and I don't think it's out yet, but there is a demo, I believe, on Steam right now. It is Vampire Crawlers, but I don't think it was announced for Switch yet. The sequel to Vampire Survivors, which is kind of like, I think, a deck roguelike game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... I was seeing that with Next Fest. Next Fest just ended yesterday, so... I think maybe too soon for that, but it would be cool if it's here. We're in a weird period right between Next Fest and GDC, where even more indie games will be announced. So it'd been interesting to see how Nintendo handles it.
GDC.
Hypercat says, imagine they show a new indie Super Smash Brothers clone before the next Super Smash Brothers. There is that, was it Indie Free-for-All or something?
Royalty Free-for-all. It had a demo at Next Fest, so yeah.
Is that coming to Switch, I think, right? Or has that been confirmed?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, if not, or either way, maybe it could be here. Because that'd be, first off, perfect platform for it. Perfect timing for it, with no Smash Brothers on the horizon. And it looks like a fun, cute game where they're pulling like from all kinds of like royal, public domain characters and putting them all into the game. I'm trying to remember any specifics right now, but it looked
Mother Goose.
Fun. Mother Goose. There we go.
It has rollback netcode, I believe.
See, Smash Brothers owned. Take that. What's your excuse, Smash now? All right, Jackson Dennis with another super chat says, predict the big last game. It's Wild House Silk Song is out. My prediction is Castle Crashers 2 or Carpoon. That'd be amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you, Jackson. I really appreciate that. But I think Castle Crashers 2, we gotta wait a bit. They're remastering Pit People right now, I believe. Or it was either that or Battle Block Theater. And they did do the Castle Crashers mod support, so you can draw your own character into Castle Crashers. I think once they catch up with their remasters on Pit People and Battle Block Theater, they are also working on a new game they're going to announce. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That would be epic.
That would be epic. I'm trying to think of anything else that we could reasonably expect to see here that we haven't touched on.
Well, to go back to your last comment, Andre, about the Smash clones, there's Rivals of Aether, which came out, I want to say last year for PC, but it's not on any other platform yet. And I would love for that to come to Switch too. But again, I don't know when they plan on bringing that to Switch 2, if at all, because I think it took a while for the first one to come to any other platforms. I think it was like Xbox and PC release, and then PlayStation maybe, and then after that I think it was Switch.
Yeah, there's someone in our community who's always in our live streams who's obsessed with that game, and I actually played it a time or two on stream, the PC version against them, and yeah, it's pretty fun. So is that not on Switch already?
Yeah. No, it's not on Switch. Just at least the sequel is just on PC right now.
I think one problem with it though is I think it's pretty big in the mod community with all kinds of like mods you can add, and you wouldn't be able to do that on Switch, obviously. So, Crossover Dreamer has the roster, or some of the roster for the royalty free for all game, being Sweeney Todd, Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, Oliver Twist, Lilith, Sakura, Lancelot, Mother Goose. I'm not sure whether I'm forgetting anyone apart from Frankenstein and Bigfoot. See, like that's a stacked roster. Like, why isn't this is such a good idea? Why has no one else done this idea before? Like, it's such a good idea.
The rules just changed. That's why they're the first to jump on it.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true.
First to smash that.
I can't wait till Mickey. Oh, could you add? Wait, Mickey Mouse is in the public domain now, right? Couldn't they add like the original Steamboat Willie?
Oh, Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, get Steamboat Willie in there.
Nope. Probably too early, but one thing that would be interesting if the creators of Celeste had their new game together already. I think it's too early. I think they'll wait till it's almost done.
Wait,
I know.
Have they done anything since Celeste?
They canceled Earthblade. They worked on it for like 5 years. It was shown at the Game Awards, and they canceled it. So now they're a smaller team of just 2.
What the
heck? But they are working on new levels and stuff still. It'd be interesting if at what point we see the new game from them.
So they had a whole game in development, a new IP, and then they just stopped.
Yeah, it's like the team kind of fractured a bit at that point, where we did see Neverway made by the pixel artist and some new programmer. And then the creator, Maddie Thorson and Noel Barry, they're kind of still working on some new game ideas.
Oh, all right.
Tom, did they show gameplay of it before canceling it?
Yeah, they did, and there's a soundtrack you can listen to. Like, I think it was just a trailer, though, to give you an idea. But yeah, bummer, and they could have finished it, but they said it wouldn't have been fun to finish it, so they did.
Jackson, do you think they're going to reuse any of it for their newer games, like any assets or anything from it?
Probably some of the stuff they learned from it, but
yeah.
Jackson. Yeah, Jackson asks, "Is Playtonic indie?" Yes, they are. I believe still, right?
Yes.
Even though they've been invested in by
Tencent.
Tencent, yeah, that's it.
I think.
So are they still?
They're like at that upper tier, where it's like just barely. They're like at the ceiling.
Oh, there's our other obvious crossover. Let's let them handle Banjo-Kazooie, right? At least someone can.
No, they have to make the Diddy Kong Racing spiritual successor they've been teasing. I want that. You can have your Banjo-Kazooie. You can just play it on Xbox Live.
Okay, actually, that's a great point, because they had In at the end of Yooka Replay, I'm just processing everything you said. At the end of Yooka Replay, they teased one of them in a cart, right? And I even asked them about it, and they were very coy about it during our interview. So I'm like, they gotta be making a kart racer or something, right? Like, I'd hope so. That'd be amazing if it premiered here. I doubt it, because it's probably still a ways away if it is, but...
Yeah.
Do you guys think they would invite other indies to it, or would it be mostly like their own IPs or characters from Yooka-Laylee?
I think they'd invite a couple.
Yeah, I mean they already had Shovel Knight in Yooka-Laylee, so
Oh yeah.
Could there be any battle indie games? Yeah, I'm sure there could be. Oh, Tin Film says Super Meat Boy 3D could show up too. Yeah, that's a good one, and that's coming out real soon, actually, I believe. So I played that at Gamescom.
How was it?
It was fun. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. You know, adding 3D makes it a little bit more complicated compared to like old school 2D Meat Boy, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. So,
yeah,
lots of
Blueprints. Blueprints is a good guess. That's a possible one. That was like one of the games of the year last year.
We could possibly see Bubsy here.
Oh, good one. Yeah, that was a shockingly fun game.
Date.
Yeah, I was really surprised by how fun that was to play. It was still like very janky, perhaps intentionally so, because it's Bubsy, but that was a lot of fun. Someone asked, is Hi-Fi Rush indie now that Microsoft is no longer involved?
No, it's owned by who's the
PUBG. It's owned by the PUBG crafting people.
God, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Is PUBG still around? Like, I only hear about Fortnite these days.
I think it's still, when I see like a Steam chart, it's still sometimes there.
Really?
Like
wow.
the top games played.
That's all right. Good for it.
Well, I think PUBG had a collaboration last year with like Skibbity Toilet and Sonic the Hedgehog. It looked like it was fan made, but it was official trailer.
Oh, all right. Well, we are less than 3 minutes away now from the Indie World Showcase. Pretty exciting. Is your hype at the maximum, Tom, now?
Well, it's getting there. I see Johnny Denny going, excited, let's go. You say excited. I'm like, what if there was an indie Excite Bike? What that came back?
Yeah, Nintendo's not doing anything with the brand. Like, that'd be a fun crossover. Like, yeah, I don't know that's a brand Nintendo will ever go back to, sadly. So why not let someone else run with it?
Or Andre, for you, Wave Racer, give that to a developer, an indie developer.
Wave Race, but yes, absolutely. Get the name right. Put some respect on the name.
I was combining Wave Racer with the Stunt. Was it Stunt? It Stunt? I can't even think of it now.
Stunt Race FX?
I was going to say Stunt. Yeah, that's what I was
They're both race. There's no R in either.
Stunt Wave FX.
Ooh. There we go. That's what
like
I
these
want.
chunky waves. Let's see. It'd be funny if Nintendo did something like opening up Virtual Boy NSO for indie developers.
That'd be amazing.
I think Densha. I want to say a quick one. I played in Steam Next Fest, Densha Attack, the sort of arcadey yellow train that does tricks. It's like a single caboose train along tracks. It plays a lot like high-paced Sonic on rails, and
oh, that's right up my alley.
Yeah, it's tons of different moves and tricks. Like you think it's very simple, like a runner, but there's a lot to it. So,
all right,
promising game.
I was just thinking, Tom, you were.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Eternal, I think it's Eternal Life of Goldman. That game looks beautiful, and it played pretty well. It's a bit like DuckTales with the pogo stick, but you can customize it.
I'm sold.
So maybe we'll see that
DuckTales
again.
just came back too on Switch, at least with the NES Disney Afternoon Collection. I was gonna say, you just give me a thought. Like someone legit could just make a Virtual Boy supported app or game. And that would probably, that actually might get some attention right now because people have the Virtual Boy accessories. So that could be a fun thing to add as a secondary mode. Anyways, we are seconds away. Chat, once it starts, let us know how the audio is because we can't tell ourselves. If it's too loud, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, this will be starting like ASAP. So, and I guess we may have to do, I'll let you guys know once my stream starts officially.
Yeah, let us know.
Thank you.
Oh,
for them.
Yours already started?
But not for me.
Not me yet.
All right, I'm still waiting too. Nothing here. The suspense. As we wait awkwardly. Come on, Nintendo, what are you doing?
All the time, Indie World. It's starting for me. How about you guys?
Nothing yet.
No.
There we go. Now it just started. I'm on the ESRB. It's off. See the light bulb.
wait for Nick.
Oh, Nick hasn't started yet?
I see light bulbs.
Okay, I paused at the cartoon character that appeared. I'm gonna start right when you get there.
Okay. Indie World, I see. Alright, I see cartoon character.
Okay,
oh,
I'm going.
Tom?
Yeah, Gensha attack. It's good stuff.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, good start. Very good start.
It sounds like a DK Bonanza song.
Yeah, it 100% does. There's a little girl on the back of the train.
This is new.
This actually does look awesome.
Oh, you can fly too.
That's just...
This is crazy.
They show lots of set pieces here, but there's not so many in the game itself, but it doesn't need them.
I was gonna say, I mean, how many could they even make as an indie team, you know?
Yeah. And the track's split and stuff, so there's a lot of replayability and coming back to different beats. A half pipe, that's nuts.
This is such a good trailer.
They already had a really good
They did.
announcement trailer.
Oh, demo. Wow, demo today.
Oh, sweet. Well,
Hola a tothom, sóc en David.
I jo l'Àngel.
Som d'Undercoders, l'estudi independent de Barcelona que hi ha darrere de Dench Attack.
Oh,
Com heu
always
vist,
nice
a
to show the
Dance Attack
developers too.
viatges en un tren acrobàtic a través d'un Japó futurista i colorit, executant trucs amb estil per aconseguir la millor puntuació, mentre lluites contra
If you
bosses i
spam
alliberes
Delta
les vies
Room
del
with super
control d'una
chats,
mega
we won't
corporació malvada.
mind.
Ens hem inspirat moltíssim a la cultura japonesa i en l'energia dels jocs arcade clàssics per crear un món que es senti expressiu, rebel i molt ràpid.
Avui tenim el plaer d'anunciar un parell de coses molt emocionants. En primer lloc, que Dance Attack sortirà el 17 de juny amb una skin de tren exclusiva per a Nintendo Switch.
A train skin.
Train
on the
skin.
Switch, too.
Train
Yeah.
skin.
Tindreu disponible a la Nintendo eShop una demo
want
gratuïta de
skin
Dench
on your
Attack
train?
per a Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, it looks like
Hope you
more like a
enjoy
bus
the
to
rest
me.
of the
I
show.
agree with Crossover Dreamer.
All
Yeah,
aboard
right.
There are
for the
some
latest
trains
indie
that are
world.
only one
I'm
part.
Marissa.
And I'm Thomas. We're excited to
Japan.
showcase
They have a
another
Thomas 2
packed
here,
lineup
Tom.
of new indies headed to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems.
Forgive me, but I can't wait to introduce this next game coming to Nintendo Switch. Let's take a look.
안녕하세요. 한국게임개발사 드림모션의 이준영입니다.
Oh, they have a dog. That's not fair.
최은진입니다.
That's a hack.
프로그래머 류성중입니다.
마이리를 뽑히는
Well, a dog with a bow tie.
I know!
함께했던 이야기에
And the bandana?
저에 만든
Maybe?
게임입니다. 가장 개인적인 것이
Yep.
가장
handkerchief.
창의적이라는 말처럼
That dog's got the
마이리를
biggest
뽑히가
eyes.
만남과 이별 그리고 재해에 관한 우리
Yeah,
모두의
it's Toby
이야기를
Fox in
여러분과
disguise.
나누면 좋겠습니다.
게임 속 귀여운 강아지들은 팀의 모든 아티스트들이 쏟아부은 놀라운 노력의 결과물입니다.
마이리를 퍼피가 강아지를 좋아하는 세상 모든 분들의 마음속에 감동으로 기억되는 작품이 되면 좋겠습니다.
감사합니다.
Oh.
There's an old saying
Are they
that
dead?
when you depart from this world,
Yeah.
the dog who went ahead.
It's like all dogs
will
go to
warmly
heaven, the tears are
A
coming.
heartwarming hope at the core of the wonderfully wholesome My Little Puppy, a new adventure inspired by the director's own Welsh corgi.
Play as Bongu, a rescued dog and bestest boy who, after a simple yet joyful life, crosses the rainbow bridge
love the
to
art
doggy
style.
heaven.
After what seems like an eternity, Bongu awakes from a nap to a familiar scent, his daddy.
Embark on a journey to meet Bongu's dad, an expedition out of doggy heaven and into the afterlife that may hold unexpected dangers.
Oh, QuickTime events.
Just as Bongu's dad once rescued him, it's his turn to return the favor in My Little Puppy, bounding its way onto Nintendo Switch May 29th.
Oh, that's cute.
Next up, let's take a look at some
very
indies
cute,
headed
but I
for
worry about
Nintendo
being
Switch
sad.
2, including some
Yeah.
also headed to Nintendo Switch.
I'm so excited. Heave!
Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my, it's back, Tom! It's back!
Introducing the
Heave-ho 2!
Yes, I never expected this!
flinging party.
Best indie world ever!
Hands, arms, or even heads to form chains
This is
of up to 4
amazing.
players, then grapple and swing to reach the goal, avoiding lethal hazards and
This
the
is one of
deadly void
the original
below.
game I've never
Each
watched
player
harder
needs
than
to
that
grab and
game.
release at just
No,
the right
like
moment
the
to form
it
chains.
was so
If
hilarious.
anyone
Like
loses their grip, it
the
can send
best
the whole
party
group
game.
to their doom.
It
There
really
are 8
is.
themed worlds to explore, thrilling exotic locations like a medieval land, a
I think the
space
gore is
station,
still
and
there,
of
even though
course,
this is an
a
indie
kitchen.
world.
In each one, play with brand new mechanics like rocket navigation,
Oh my god.
coordinated cookery,
Oh
and
god.
plenty of other surprises.
Do you burn up in orbit?
Swing into action with local
Fart, I
4-player
don't know what
co-op or online multiplayer. A
Lightsabers,
first.
yes.
Plus, game share is supported, so
they
if
adding
one
too
player
much.
has the game, they can
They've
share
had
it
time to
locally
cook.
or online
Yeah.
with up to 3 other
And they
players.
already cooked for the first one.
Get ready to
Yeah.
get a grip in Heat Ho 2,
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
launching on
Get a
Nintendo
grip, I
Switch 2
appreciate that
and
pun.
Nintendo
I'm
Switch
so excited.
this summer.
Yes.
At
Day
the
one.
end of the day, there's nothing
this
like
is what we were
closing
talking
up
about
shop,
earlier. This is
throwing
like
on
the
some
Zelda,
comfy
you go into
clothes,
the
and
dungeon, come back.
Dungeon diving for
Feels like
$100.
Moonlighter 2.
I was
Yeah,
going to
Moonlighter
say
too.
having a nice hot cup of cocoa, but that works too.
In Moonlighter 2, The Endless
I don't
Vault,
think I
continue
would've
your
ever
double
picked
life as a
Hero 2.
crafty merchant by day and a fearless adventurer by night.
Will is back in business after an interdimensional collector seizes control of their beloved village and dungeons. Will and the other townsfolk are forced to find a new home.
Now, settled in the town of Tresna, it's up to you to set up a new shop and grow it into
very
the
Breath of the
thriving
Wild
heart
style
of the village's
inventory.
prosperity.
Dive into vibrant dimensions brimming with shiny loot and pesky enemies. Then vanquish them using an extensive combat
didn't sound
system with different weapon types and flashy combos.
Don't forget your trusty backpack. It's your best friend while collecting loot, so make sure to carefully arrange your treasure to maximize your profits.
Trust your instincts to plot clever routes through your dungeon runs. The further you delve, the greater the rewards. How far will you dare to go?
After each escapade, put your hard-earned treasure on sale. That's where your shop owner charm will shine. Grow and decorate your shop, get to know your customers, and set your prices to score the perfect deal.
Go from castaway to friendly neighbor and find a new home among the stranded. In Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, opening up shop on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this year.
Hello. We're the team behind Widow. Do you remember a time when your backyard and neighborhood streets felt like the entire world?
Хоть мы выросли в разных местах, нас объединяет одно общее чувство.
Это Фокси, сердце нашей истории, и она так-то собрала нас вместе.
Denn auch wenn wir erwachsen sind, ist diese Magie aus unserer Kindheit nie verschwunden.
So from all of us here, we hope you enjoy the game. Thanks.
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't
speaking
it
of
be
Fox,
nice
do we
just
see
to
Wild Blue
slow
Skies?
down and get back to when things were
maybe.
simpler?
Oh, that hasn't been announced yet.
It sure would.
Yo, why does this look
well,
so good?
in Widow, you do just that. In this cozy diorama puzzle game, you assemble
Great
wooden
textures.
scenes piece by piece, like a 3D coloring book.
As you place objects in their correct spots, each scene slowly fills with color and comes to life, revealing
That's
charming
cute.
animations and delightful surprises.
Follow the story of Foxy the Fox and Ben the Frog through a series of interconnected dioramas.
With Foxy the
each
Fox
capturing
and Ben
a
the
unique
Frog?
moment from their shared adventure.
The
Should it be
game
Benny the
adapts at your
Frog?
pace,
Or some
and
Froggy the
narrator's
Frog
voice
or
keeps you
something?
company. Plus, plenty of funny characters and silly emotes are sure to put a smile on your face.
And mouse controls are also supported on Nintendo Switch 2. Settle into a world that comes together one piece at a time in Widow, slotting onto the Nintendo Switch 2 and
Yeah, I love
Nintendo
that art
Switch
style.
systems
Yeah,
this summer.
great art style.
Yeah.
This would be a great cozy game.
The Unchosen has returned.
Oh, I haven't played
Your
this
village
yet.
has been captured. All your friends and family are trapped in corrupted crystal,
Oh,
and it's
this
all up
isn't
to
on
you to
Switch?
save them.
No.
Shoot, that sounds like an adventure.
A mini-shoot adventure. Take control of a swift and responsive spaceship as you blast your way through
Tom,
this
have you played
modern
this?
twin-stick
Well, I
shooting
did
twist
play
on
the demo of
classic
this.
8-bit adventure formula.
I forget if I actually
Overcome bosses
bought the
in
real
intense
one. I will
bullet-filled battles
say
by finding primordial powers
it is a
that
bit
soup
like
up
a
your
Zelda
combat
game, but the
abilities.
one
You
made
can also
by
upgrade
published
your
by
ship by
Donkey
leveling up,
was
finding
way more
various
addictive
items,
for me.
and buying equipment.
Don't forget to
This looks
rescue
like,
your adorable friends.
that
They'll all
Pixel
help you in their own
game,
special
Tom.
way.
The primordial powers
Yeah, it's
will
pixels.
also
It looked a
unlock
bit like
exploration abilities
Downwell.
and open up the map bit by bit.
No,
unraveling
I
a
meant, sorry, the
beautiful world
company
to
called
discover
Pixel, the
at your own
Starbucks guy.
pace.
Explore lush caverns, ancient temples, and
Shuhai
sunken
Labs?
cities.
No,
Each
the other
environment
Starbucks
full of its
guy.
own unique
The
treasures,
Pixel,
challenges,
it was like the
and
shooting
Oh,
game.
Q
Take on the
Games?
Unchosen
Q Games? Pixel
mini-shoot
Junk Shooter?
adventure,
Pixel Junk, that's it,
flying
thank you.
onto the Nintendo
We got
Switch
there.
Pixel Junk
and
Shooter
Nintendo
was
Switch
amazing
systems
with physics.
later today.
Oh, wow.
No,
Yeah.
but a lot of people enjoyed mini shoot adventures. That's a nice get.
What is the dark? Is it ugly and cruel? Is it a place for monstrosities? For fools lost in the woods? A terrible void where all your nightmares come true.
This is already creeping me out.
Do you feel like we might have seen this during the game?
I think you're right, yeah.
It might be powder. PlayStation? Because I think it has like VR support too.
This?
Yeah.
That looks terrifying in VR.
Yeah, I would not want to play that in VR.
No.
Hi, I'm Bryce.
And I'm Jambel, and we're devs on the team making Rotwood here at Clay Entertainment in Vancouver, Canada. We grew up playing games shoulder to shoulder with friends. Inspired by the moment-to-moment strategy of fighting games and the big bosses of RPGs, Rotwood was developed to recapture the spirit of those good times.
And thank you,
We
Raphael.
wanted progress to feel like it comes not just from new gear, but from you, the player, actually improving, so that each hunt you learn something new that inspires ideas for your next run. We've poured ourselves into Rotwood, and we hope you enjoy it.
Chaos rules!
And big old corrupted beasts drool in
Rotwood, a brand new side-scrolling brawler from the studio behind the Don't Starve series.
I do love
Your
the
home's been
cartoony art style.
overrun
from Clay.
by some hyped-up hostiles,
Yeah,
so it's time to
pretty
take
great.
up arms and dive into the fray.
Master a diverse combat system that rewards those
I always
who
like
sharpen their
pixel
skills.
art in a
Want to
like
get up close
or
and crush some
a
enemies?
hand-drawn look in the
Wield
3D
a hammer.
space, you know?
Want to be a Deadeye that
Yeah.
snipes baddies from afar? Take
Especially
aim with
now
a
with
bow.
like they can get some lighting effects on it
Practice and
too.
perfect combo attacks for each weapon type to reach your destructive potential.
Experiment with gear combos to refine
A
your
new
build.
tunic,
Earn
like
epic loot through victories.
tunic.
Then use it to face
my God, they have to do
ever-increasing
it now.
challenges.
And you'll need all the help you can get.
We'll see,
Boss fights
Jackson.
are not just a test of strength, but of wits. Study attack patterns carefully to find their weakness, and use well-placed strikes to hit them where it hurts.
A little extra muscle always helps too. Grab up to 3 of your friends either locally or online and face the rots together.
Choose your weapon and get ready to take on the frenzied foes of Rotwood, hacking and slashing its way onto the Nintendo Switch 2 system as a console exclusive
Oh,
later
wow,
today.
Wow. Oh, today. Dang.
Today.
Most of the time, I'm wondering if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to have the optimal teenage experience.
The teenage experience is unobtainable.
It's like Nights into Dreams.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, is there a game where you throw toilet
Because you
paper?
know the perfect song for every moment. What song would be playing now?
I don't think it's been written yet.
Looks like it could be a movie.
Looks like what, Nick?
It could be a movie.
Yeah, kind of.
It's time to shine the spotlight on this brand new action RPG from the makers of Guacamelee and Nobody Saves the World.
Yeah, Guacamelee, Nick, you called it. It looks like the art style from their.
Infected the world with a deadly blight.
You are the lone
Nobody
survivor
Saves
of
the World.
Sisto's rampage,
Oh, that's
fighting
what it
to
was.
reclaim the memories of your people before you succumb.
But that
They
same
might
power
build on
can
that
also
engine.
be turned to your advantage. As you progress through this psychedelic western landscape, you'll accumulate blight by defeating enemies. The higher your blight, the fiercer enemies become, making combat harder, but also more rewarding.
Combat is nuanced and deadly for players of any level.
it's in 3D.
Carefully time your attacks to weave through enemies, chain together
It's an interesting
combos,
art style.
and perform powerful finishers to defeat punishing bosses.
Uncover dark mysteries as you explore this surreal and vibrant world.
I don't like that
backed
cave.
by a
All the
haunting
tentacles
That looks
everywhere.
Upgrade
That's
your hero
worse
at
than Jabu
checkpoints,
Jabu's
or by
Valley.
talking to key characters on your journey. And if you need a helping hand, a friend can drop in via
I'm
local
afraid if
or
they
online
remaster Jabu
multiplayer
Jabu.
for some
Oh, yeah.
two-player
Pretty disturbing.
co-op action.
Harness the power of blight and unravel the mysteries of a twisted world in Blighted, creeping its way onto the Nintendo Switch 2 system this fall.
Hi, I'm Justin from Prophecy Games in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm Scott. We love the feeling of progression you get in roguelikes, and we were inspired to create
Looks
an
like the
FPS
Metroid Dread
roguelike
logo.
in our favorite genre.
Yeah,
sci-fi.
it does.
Sci-fi lets us imagine futures just out of reach, and in Dead Zone Rogue, everyone pulls you deeper into that world, starting when you awaken on a mysterious ship.
We've worked hard to craft rich, immersive atmospheres, unique enemies, and snappy gunplay that leaves a lasting impact.
A lot of
We hope you
developers.
enjoy playing Dead
Nice.
Zone Rogue as much as we do.
A spaceship overrun with biomechanical creatures, an arsenal of modifiable weapons, and a mysterious origin to uncover. That's what awaits in Dead Zone Rogue, a new sci-fi shooter that combines tight, satisfying gunplay with strategic progression.
Select missions and squad up with friends, or fight solo through a series of challenging rooms with support for mouse controls using the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Gain perks and permanent upgrades by defeating enemies and bosses in high-intensity loops.
With hundreds of builds and a variety of foes, each run feels epic and unique.
All of this is backed by a rip-roaring original soundtrack.
Jelly Shy Guy, that's maybe a good prediction.
Fight, revive, adapt.
Well, they better do it quick.
Dead
We're at the
Zone
15-minute mark
emerging
already.
From the
Oh
void
no,
on the
we need a
Nintendo
sizzle
Switch
reel
2
stat.
system, March 17th.
Before we go, let's check out some more exciting indie games heading to Nintendo
Sound like
Switch 2
Astrobot music.
and Nintendo Switch.
That's an indie game, right?
Yeah, I wish. I like the art style for this one.
Golem 2, yeah, that's been announced for a while. It's going to be here soon, I think. Yep, summer. First one I liked a lot. It reminded me of just scouts and going camping. Best name ever. Inconvenient. An inconvenient convenience store.
Oh, that's such a good name. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, the bobbleheads.
Patapon spiritual
I
successor.
was thinking that, yeah, straight up.
Same. I think it's the same guys.
That's all
that
for
makes
today's-
sense then.
Thomas, are you taking notes?
I have to. It might be a clue.
A clue for what?
I honestly
last
was
game.
taking notes.
Welcome to Mount Holly, the mysterious manor with locked
This
doors and
Blueprints.
45 shifting
It is.
rooms.
In Blueprints, you embark
Good call,
on a first-person,
chat.
genre-bending journey filled with a unique mix of mystery,
saying it's maybe a little bit
strategy,
early, but
and
here we
puzzles
go.
that weave together to create an unpredictable experience.
The mansion resets every day, and every doorway becomes a choice. So, manage your resources carefully to further your discoveries and get closer to finding the fabled Room 46.
Use mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controller to probe and poke at the manor's secrets, unraveling mysteries by discovering letters, diaries, and other revealing materials.
Take notes and draft your own adventure in Blueprints.
time-based game. Room
Available
46
on
is
the
the
Nintendo
washroom.
Switch 2 system
Time-based?
later
Like
today.
Majora's Mask? Oh, shout out today. Okay.
Now that we've solved that mystery, that's really all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed the games in
Not
today's
another fake out?
showcase.
A big thank you, as always, to
Another
our
fake out.
indie
That'd be
community
amazing.
and partners for bringing their craft, adventures, and imaginations to players on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
Follow our official Indie World account to stay up to date on all the latest news from Indie World.
Until next time,
Happy gaming!
All right. Well, that was certainly an Indie World showcase. But you know what? We got Heave Ho too.
Yes.
That's all I needed in my life.
I know. So it just has to be one game in there.
Yeah. No, I think overall, I mean, I think all those games actually look really good. I don't know if I'll get around to playing them all, but like I think these all looked like really polished and like good-looking experiences. Like we didn't get like a, you know, there wasn't like this wasn't like a farming direct. You know, like every game felt distinct for the most part. So
Yeah, very good variety, and I think a good pacing too.
yeah, oh definitely. Well, it's already over, so yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, my eyes didn't glaze over twice, you know, so good pacing. I'll say, Andre, like maybe on your note, there wasn't an indie game that really stood out as like a Nintendo fans indie
Right.
game. But there's a lot of good stuff there. Like Densha Attack, that's one I was saying that's played super well. That's there. Getting Blueprints, that was game of the year. Like one of the best design games that many people played, that people say recently. So that's a great get. But yeah, Heave Ho 2, so unexpected, and
Was that your guys' highlight?
That's like the unexpected highlight. Like I never expected another Heave Ho, and have that back. It's like one of the best party games ever. So
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Heck yeah, that game's so freaking fun and funny. It's so funny. But yeah, Nick, what stood out to you the most?
A lot of things that Tom already mentioned, like Genshin Attack. Yeah. I'm so happy it's coming to Switch 2 because I've been meaning to download the demo for my Steam Deck, but I don't know why I haven't done it yet. But seeing this on Switch 2 and seeing how well it runs, it looks like it's running at a stable 60. Again, like we'll have to see in the full version, and I'm definitely going to test it out on my Switch 2, so hopefully that stays pretty consistent. Some other games that just like popped out that are available today. I felt like there was like at least 3 or 4 that were like, oh, it's available today. I'm like, I was shocked by that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad with the names, so the one, Tom, you'll have to remind me of it. What's the twin stick shooter?
It is Mini Shoot Adventures.
Mini Shoot Adventures. Again, that's something I think I bought for Steam Deck forever ago on sale, but I never played it. So again, to see this on Switch 2, I'm happy about that. Volt Hunter. Again, I'm bad with the names. I think that's like the Zelda one that we were talking about. How it's like a roguelike, and then you have your shop, and you take whatever you find from the dungeon runs to the shop, and you sell them there. Happy that that's coming to Switch 2. The Drinkbox game, who makes this dude that makes Guacamelee, I was shocked by that. Cool to see them tackle like another genre because I don't know if this is like anything they've done before. Tom,
I think it's a little bit off. Nobody Saves the World, because that was kind of like a top-down dungeon one, but this one would be like in 3D graphics, like all overall and stuff. That was like 2D characters. So.
When did that one come out? Nobody Saves the World. Is that with the alien or no? Like there's like a blob, or am I thinking?
It's like a white. It's like a white like plain character you play as. That's why you're like nobody.
That might be one that I don't recall, because I feel like after Guacamelee 1, they had one exclusive to Vita, which eventually came to everything else.
Yeah.
Was it Severed, maybe?
Yeah, Severed was one they did. That was like a smaller one. So.
But yeah, seeing Blight from Drinkbox here, awesome. And I feel like there was at least like 1 or 2 other ones that I was just talked about. Oh yeah, that 4-player roguelike. I don't know how to describe it. 2D beat 'em up.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of beat 'em ups, so to see that and it's out today, I was like, oh, this looks interesting. My only fear with that is that there seems like there's a lot on the screen, because for each individual character, it looks like you have all their perks.
Oh wow.
Or skills. So like when you have 4 players playing at once, like on top of everything on the battlefield,
it's a lot.
Like there's gonna be a lot on the screen.
But that's kind of.
So
I mean,
hopefully.
I feel like if you had to like if you've handled more intense beat 'em ups in the past, like I feel like they're all like kind of insane looking at visually. But once you get used to it, you'll start to understand it, I think, right? So
yeah, and you'll probably just ignore like everything else happening on the screen. There might be a way even to hide some of that stuff. But that game looks pretty interesting. Oh, and then the last one which had one of the best art styles I think in the whole presentation was the diorama game, where you're just putting together pieces to make everything come. Yeah, what is it again, Tom? Widow. Yeah, I was shocked by that. Like this looks very cute. I don't know if I would play it. Because the gameplay, it might not be up my alley because it seems very simplistic, but I love the art style for that game.
No, it looked real.
But overall, I think it was. Yeah, that stood out. But overall, I think it was a solid presentation, good pacing, good games everywhere. Yeah, it was a good show.
I think that pretty much sums it up. Real quick shout out to JY Jackie, a new channel member. Thanks, JY. But yeah, I think overall, I think it was solid. It didn't overstay its welcome. It had a good pace to it. A lot of fun, unique looking games. And some of which are out today, or at least demos thereof. So some stuff people can already play, which is always a good thing. But yeah, any final thoughts, guys? Or
Hee-ho, I need to get the first one. I played it once at my friend's house, and I fell in love with it. I had a good time playing it.
So wait, you say you need to get the first one or the new one?
I need to get the first one. The new one doesn't come out till I think summer or later this year.
Yeah, summer,
I still have to buy the first one.
Got it. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. I adored the first one. It is one of the funniest, most fun multiplayer experiences I've ever had. So hopefully this I can get live up to that.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll say, like anyone who is kind of looking forward to other games like Mina the Hollower, they'll be out eventually. You can only get called out to in so many different indie worlds.
True.
Like, let them cook, and I'm sure they'll deliver, or we'll see when it comes out. But and the demo has been great for a long time.
Yeah, it's still available too, isn't it? Or
probably, yeah, it's probably still on Switch 2.
Probably.
I should check. I didn't have a Switch 2 when it came out.
Oh, there you can. That's right. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up there, everyone. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with us for the Indie World Showcase. And we'll wait for the next Nintendo Direct. It has to be Direct next, right? I'm still thinking there could be a Mario Day Direct for the Mario movie. So we'll see. So a Mario movie Direct, perhaps. So, but we'll find out. That's March 10th. If it happens, it would be around then. So a week from now, not long to go. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I know people want the General Direct, which I don't think it would be, but who knows? So, all right.
If it's a Mario Direct with a new Mario game and Mr. Miyamoto, I think people would take that.
That'd be huge. That'd be massive. Yeah.
That would be ginormous.
Yeah, people would be happy with that. They better be happy with it. If they're not happy with that, what are we doing here? All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.